I loved Skylanders as a kid, and I'll be honest, I still do. I've wanted to incorporate Skylanders into my my artsy hobby for a long time, and I just didn't really have any ideas. But recently I was just thinking about the PS1 because mouthwashing, every good horror game now looks like the PS1. And I was just thinking about the PS1 because every horror game now looks like it is from that console. And I was thinking how it related to Skylanders. And weirdly enough, it relates a lot. Skylanders owes a lot to the PS1. Of course, you have the obvious thing, that being like Spyro, who is the main character in Skylanders and originated from a PS1 game. Crash Bandicoot was in the Skylanders show and then got a Skylanders toy later. But honestly, Skylanders shares its like very core DNA with a completely different PS1 game series, and that's Medieval. I just think it would have been cool to get like a guest fighter as Sir Daniel Fortescue as a Skylander. And I'm saying we got Crash Bandicoot. Holy shit, imagine a stealth elf as Solid Snake. Snapshot can be Gex. So here I am browsing a used game store for a bunch of broken Skylander parts I was thinking about using for building something. And I stumble upon two Skylanders. One being Chop Chop. If any Skylander can really trace its DNA back to Medieval, it would be Chop Chop. He basically has the same moveset as Sir Daniel Fortescue in the PS1 game. And then I found Hex. Series 1 Hex. I already own a Series 1 Hex, but I found this broken one, and I was looking closely. Look at that. Tell me that's not Sir Daniel Fortescue's head. Alright, it's night now. It's been a minute. I've been struggling with his sword for a while now. So, what I kind of landed on was this. This is, if you can focus on that, that is the tip of Chill's sword and the bottom of Washbuckler's sword. And then I covered it entirely in super glue and dipped it in baking soda, and then I just sanded it into the shape I wanted it to be. I think I actually have a sword now. That was the part that was scary to me, because I legitimately did not know what I was going to use for the sword. It seemed so simple, but like, it's kind of a weird shape. Now I'm just heating up Chill's arm and shield to try and disconnect the shield from the actual forearm. It wants to go. It wants to separate. I'm just brute forcing it, cutting into it. Chill's hands look really weird without the shield. Got bored, so I put the eye in the socket. Just used a heat gun to repose him a bit. I just have to hold his arm like this forever now. I've made the executive decision to cut off the Hex skull teeth, the teeth right here. I don't think they're crooked or wonky enough for Sir Dan. It was kind of a pain in the ass to do, but I used little cut-offs of my scrap bin. I cut off thin sheets of plastic and carved out Sir Dan's teeth. Hey, we are building it out of Skylanders, and this is not a officially licensed Sir Daniel Fortescue action figure, is what I'm trying to say. We're not gonna get the proportions exactly correct. I ended up sanding off a lot of stuff on this, because it was many Skylanders now made into one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some Citadel liquid green stuff. Wait, that's blood for the blood guy. It's liquid green stuff. It's a texture paste. Way it works, you dab a little bit on your brush like this. I usually use shitty brushes because I don't want to ruin them. And then you just scrape it over whatever you want to give texture to. It also works as a great primer, which is going to be good since I don't want to paint over all of this completely. I want to keep the base. And I'm just brushing it over the shield to get rid of that scratchy, sanded down look. There we go. Sir Dan himself. That doesn't look half bad for something assembled out of broken Skylanders. Even just the little bit of color that is the white skull gives this thing so much more personality. Now we are going to try some soft tone paint on the bone parts. That don't look half bad. And I just want to reiterate how little soft tone I actually have on my brush. Like I'm spreading out just a drop super far, because I don't want the shading lines to be too harsh. Look, if Crash Bandicoot and Neocortex can be in Skylanders, why can't we get more like PlayStation 1 icons? Like, where's Parappa the Rappa? Where's Metal Gear Solid? What's his name? Snake. Jesus Christ, I'm gonna get roasted for that one. But yeah, glamour shots in a second. I think we just get right into it.